How stimulus checks directly impact personal income in the United States and how these numbers could possibly prompt additional checks going forward. Also, what Americans are saying right now if the midterm elections were held today, who they would want to take control. And the latest polling numbers are out on the president's approval rating, and I have all that information plus more in this video. Let's get into it right away. But really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video. Join the community with the other 317,000 plus people who are already here as I'm doing all this research, boil it all down into these short videos to help you out in any way that I possibly can. Stay tuned with everything going on right now as things are changing very rapidly each and every day. So again, thank you so much for your support. Subscribe down below and let's get into the topics right away. All right, so some interesting reports have been released about stimulus checks lately and how they directly impact personal income in the United States. In fact, according to experts, they're actually saying this is a recipe for disaster. Let me go through the numbers here and show you the impact of stimulus checks and the lack of stimulus checks and how it actually impacts personal income in the United States. All right, so back in March of 2021, personal income for the entire month of March was at $24.1 billion. So Americans in the month of March 2021 had $24.1 billion of personal income just for that month alone. However, as we fast forward through the year, the month of September generated $20.4 billion of personal income in the month of September. So as you can see, this is actually a 15.35% reduction in personal income just over those few months period. Well, basically over that same time frame, inflation increased by about 4%. Therefore, the experts are looking at this situation saying, does anybody see a problem here? We have personal income in the month of March at $24.1 billion. Meanwhile, 6 months later, in September of 2021, we had personal income at $20.4 billion, a reduction of 15.35%, and inflation went up by 4%. So experts are saying this is literally a recipe for disaster. Inflation continues to rise, meanwhile, personal incomes are depleting. Get what I'm saying? So your purchasing power of the less money that people are bringing in each and every month is actually being eaten away by increasing inflation. So yeah, it is not a good solution. So basically what they're saying is as a result of this right now, people need more income. Incomes need to come up, whether that comes from income from an employer, raises to benefits like Social Security, SSDI, SSI, VA, RRB, possibly infusions of cash from stimulus checks, whatever it happens to be, it's all counted as income. Well, on paper it's income anyway, right? Even though the stimulus checks are not counted as income, when it comes to these calculations and all these reports, all of the income that people are bringing in, whether it's from the child tax credit payments, whether it's from stimulus checks, whether it's from work, or whether it's from payments like Social Security, SSDI, SSI, VA, RRB, it's all counted as income when it comes to that. So this is the wrong trajectory. This is the wrong way that these numbers are supposed to be going. And as inflation is rising, we should be seeing personal incomes also rising to keep up with that inflation. But instead, we're seeing this massive divergence between the two. Make sense? So kind of interesting. I wanted to lay that report out for you. As I found that, I thought, this is a little bit of a head scratcher right here simply because it's not adding up, right? Yeah, kind of interesting. All right, another report that I came across that I wanted to share with you is what Americans are saying right now if the midterm elections were held today, who they would want to take control. Now, before I tell you the results, what do you think? Again, I'm not here to persuade anybody. I'm not here to tell you what to think or what to believe. I'm simply here to give you the information. But I'm just kind of curious what you think before I quickly tell you. If the midterm elections were held today, who do you think the vast majority of Americans would actually want to take control? Would they want Democrats to stay in control, or would they want Republicans to take over control? And when I say control, I'm talking about Congress, so the House of Representatives and the Senate. Obviously, the presidency is not going to flip, or it's not going to stay the same. Whatever happens with the presidency, that's not changing for another 3 years or so, right? But anyway, I'm talking about Congress. All right, so here's what it is. According to the reports and the polling across Americans, 46% of Americans would actually want Republicans to take over control of Congress. Meanwhile, 41% want Democrats to remain in control. So, again, Kind of interesting, right? Again, I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm not here to persuade anybody. I'm simply here to tell you the information that I'm finding. So, kind of interesting stuff. When it comes to the stimulus package, the reconciliation bill, nearly 60% of people polled said that they don't believe this stimulus package is going to help them in any way, shape, or form. So, nearly $2 trillion is out there in spending, and nearly 60% of people polled said, I don't think this is going to have any positive impact on my life. So, kind of interesting, right? Nearly 6 in 10 people are saying that. So I guess what I'm wondering is, where's the money going if the vast majority of Americans don't think it's going to impact them in any way? Where's the money going? You kind of get what I'm saying? This was supposed to be an anti-poverty package to help out Americans. Well, according to what Americans are thinking and believing right now, this package is not going to have any positive impact for them. So again, interesting stuff going on out there right now. Right? So let me quickly get into the polling numbers on the president. Now, I may pronounce this name wrong or this report wrong, but I'm just going to do my best here. According to a Quinnipiac poll, I think I'm pronouncing that properly, Quinnipiac poll, apparently the president's approval rating right now is at 36%. This is the lowest rating that we've seen in a very long time. In fact, just the other day from a separate report, we were seeing reports at 38% and 41%. So it totally depends on the reports that are the polling numbers that we're looking at, where they're being derived from. But it looks like the president's approval rating right now is anywhere between about 36 and 41% based on the polls that we're looking at. So again, just interesting stuff we got to take a look at. Now, you might be thinking, the United States is the only country out there approving stimulus packages right now, the only country that's dealing with COVID, the only country that's dealing with COVID surges and possible lockdowns and all this kind of stuff. Well, check this out. There's actually a lot of stuff going around the world right now. In fact, just the other day, I told you about Austria going into a full-fledged lockdown starting on Monday. Well, that's going on in Austria. But check this out. Across the United States right now, there's actually quite a few places that are actually seeing surges in COVID cases. Not only that, you might be thinking, oh, there's probably no other countries out there passing stimulus packages right now. Well, that's actually not true. In fact, Japan just approved a $490 billion stimulus package. So this is a massive, massive stimulus package. If you look at Japan and a per capita basis, as in the number of people in Japan versus the United States, where we have about 333 million people in the United States, they just passed nearly a $500 billion stimulus package. So yeah, there's other countries out there doing a lot of things right now as far as lockdowns, COVID surges, and even stimulus packages that are still coming through. So the United States is certainly not the only country where this stuff is going on right now. So there's a lot of really interesting stuff going on out there. Seriously, when I read some of this stuff, I just feel like, is this real? Like, is this even happening? Seriously, where am I right now? Am I sleeping? Am I like hallucinating? Like, what's going on? Am I even reading this right now? You know what I mean? So it's so weird. Seriously, since early 2020, the things that are going on out there are just like unbelievable. It's just so weird to see the things that are happening these days. But anyway, this is what I found for you as of now. I wanted to come back and let you know what I found as of this afternoon. Again, kind of some interesting things. The stimulus package is currently in the Senate right now, and according to what I'm finding out there right now, it's probably going to be undergoing some major changes within the Senate. One more quick note. I had no plans on talking about this, but I'm going to mention this really quickly. When it comes to the stimulus package that passed through the House just the other day, I've been seeing price tag numbers all over the board. Literally, I saw numbers from $1.7 trillion, and I just saw, literally right before I started recording this video, a price tag number at $2.2 trillion. It's almost like nobody really knows what the true cost of this package is. And I've seen just about every number in between. 1.7, 1.75, 1.85, 1.9, 2.1, and 2.2. I've seen all of those numbers literally in the last 24 hours. I've seen all those numbers come out in reference to the same package. So it's almost like a lot of people don't even know what this package actually is going to cost. Interesting. Anyway, so this is what I have for you right now. I hope this helps you out. Again, I'm here to bring you all the information as I find it. I'm literally doing research all day, every day. I'm watching stuff very closely so that I can help you out in any way that I possibly can. Enjoy your day. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Join the community with the other nearly 317,000 people as of this recording right now. Maybe we're a little bit over that by now, but the last I saw it, we were just under 317,000 people. So again, a huge thank you to all of you as part of this community who watch these videos. I truly do appreciate you. Please remember, I'm here on your team. I'm helping you out in any way that I possibly can. I am here to help you. So please leave your comments and questions down below. Go back and check out some of the other nearly 2,000 videos, and I'll catch you again later in the next one. Stay safe out